Heritage is of great importance to this club and something we make sure we celebrate properly. We took the cameras to the Hall of Fame dinner to meet the new inductees and the key people at the event. I am joined by the one and only Phil Kaplan, who is the chairman of the Heritage Group. Phil, tell us a bit about what your role entails.
Well, as part of the Leeds Rugby Foundation, which then became the Leeds Rhinos Foundation, there are 5 pillars, one of which is heritage. And one thing we thought about right at the very beginning that this club doesn't have, that it should have done, is a defined Hall of Fame. And one of the first things we had to look at was the number of games that players would play to be eligible. And we decided you had to have played 150 games. We then looked at, well, what would make you eligible across those 150 games? We said you had to have played representative rugby, because that takes to another level above being a club player. Then we put in that you had to have contributed something to rugby in the city of Leeds. And the final criteria is you have to be retired for 5 years, because there should be a gap between when you stop playing and when you can be inducted, just in case you do something that prejudices the criteria of coming in. So last year we had the first 4, which was fantastic. We're on the verge of inducting the next 4, which is really exciting.
So Keith, you were inducted in the Hall of Fame here at Leeds last year, and you've flown all the way over from Australia to induct the new Hall of Famers. Why is it that you've come all the way from Australia? Do you feel like this event is a really important one to be part of?
Oh yes, I do. I was coming over to see a friend, and this happened to be on at the same time. I spoke to Gary when he was in Melbourne, actually.
Oh yeah.
And he said this was going to be on, and so that sort of set it going. And I came over again, yes.
So Keith, when you were inducted to the Hall of Fame last year, how did you feel knowing that a board of people in the Heritage Committee had thought about you to put your name forward to be part of the Hall of Fame? How do you feel about that?
I was quite surprised, to be quite honest. I was surprised. I think what happened really, they chose me because I was the skipper, and there were many others in that team they could have chosen, but because I was the skipper, I think I was the lucky one. But I was very pleased, nevertheless, very honoured too.
So David Ward, one of the best players here at Leeds, former known. Yeah? Are you agreeing with this or not? Are you looking at me?
No, I won't put me in that category, but...
Well, you must have done something right, because last year you were inducted in the Leeds Rugby Hall of Fame. So tell me, what does that feel like, knowing that you were chosen to be put through?
It's a very proud moment, and it's a proud moment for everybody involved that you've been blessed to be involved with, because it doesn't... It's a team sport, and nobody does it on their own. Nobody does it on their own. And,
I like that, that's true.
And nobody does things, nobody achieves anything by doing it on your own in this great game of ours, rugby league. But it's also very, it's there, the pride of, in my dining room, the trophy, and it's good for the family.
He becomes the second to be admitted to the Leeds version tonight, who has been awarded the OBE for his services to the game. The 8th inductee into the Leeds Rugby League Club Hall of Fame is Gary Schofield.
I am honoured to be joined by the legend that is Gary Schofield, who has just received his Hall of Fame. Gary, how are you feeling?
Well, to be honest with you, I'm absolutely lost for words, and people will be, I guess, maybe pretty surprised about that. But to be inducted as part of this great club in the Hall of Fame, and now there's 8 of us who have been inducted in this. It is, honestly, I just cannot believe it.
So when you heard your name being announced, how did you feel? Were you really surprised?
Well, when the introduction came from there, and you read into a little bit there, and you know the history of Phil Kaplan in this club, and then when he came on and they said, well, yeah, record signing, I thought, is this really me? Is this really me? And then he read out a little bit more history from there, and then when I realised, I thought, boy, oh boy, what an honour this is to be part of this great heritage of this club. Honestly, I can't believe it. I'm lost for words. Scoey's lost for words.
Which is a surprise to us all. How important do you think events like this are? Not for just yourself, but for rugby in general?
Absolutely huge, because without history you've got nothing. And you can just see about the response here tonight. I think we've had around about 250 people in here, and that's what rugby league means. It's the history, it's the heritage, and one thing for sure, I am absolutely delighted that I will be part of history for Leeds Rugby League Club.
I'm really, really happy for you, and congratulations again, and thank you so much, Gary.
Do you know what? I still cannot believe it, by being part of this now history and heritage of this great club. When I do pass away, it's going to be there. And thank you, Leeds Rugby League Club. Thank you.
We are here at Alton Hall for the Leeds Rhinos Golf Day. We're going to catch up with some of the players and see who can get a hole-in-one. We're at Alton Hall. I'm joined by Ashton Golding. We're on a buggy. We're here for the Leeds Rhinos Golf Day. Ashton, tell me what we're doing here.
So it's the annual Leeds Rhinos Golf Day, where we have all the corporates and the players and just everyone at the club really just coming together and having a good bash around, playing a bit of golf. Yeah.
And what's the reason for it?
I think it's just to get us out of training early. No, we don't get out of training early. That's a lie. We turn up late because of training. But I think it's just a good ethos around the whole club and get everyone involved. Keep everyone interested as well, because everyone loves rugby league, but I think everyone likes a bit of golf as well. Now,
you won it last year with Alex Simmons. Do you think you've got a good chance this year? I know Joe Moon's on your team.
After my first 9, it's probably the best I've played in a while. Birdied a par 5, so it's not too bad, but probably I'm going to be confident and say yeah, but realistically, we could be up there. We could be there or thereabouts, but there might be a few dodgy cards being handed in, so I don't know.
So Gary, tell us why we're here at Alton Hall today.
This is the Rhinos annual golf day, one of the biggest tournaments in the calendar, in the golfing calendar, the one that everybody looks forward to here at Alton Hall. And of course we've got a celebrity team, not least our team, Steve, Danny, we've brought Ryan along as well, and a host of personalities and terrific golfers as well.
So you having a good day so far, lad?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I think the weather's holding out well, and it's like the start of the golfing calendar for me, so I think I'm not letting anyone down so far.
Do you think you're going to win?
Yeah, we're the winners.
Of course you are. So Danny, I hear that you've come all the way from Ripon to be part of this today. Tell us, how do you think the golf is going?
It's fantastic. Ryan's doing some great shots all over the course, and we're just trying to make one up to help him along. Steve's probably the best out of the bunch, and he's consistent and great player. He must do it all the time.
And do you come to the Rhinos Golf Day every year?
I don't. This is my first time here, invited by Steve very kindly, and I'm really enjoying it.
You'd recommend it?
Oh, without doubt.
Yeah?
Great bunch, and I'm sure I'll have a laugh with the guys when we get back to the bar.
Rob, we're here at the Leeds Rhinos Golf Day. Tell us a bit about what's been happening today.
Well, we have an annual golf classic every year. We've got 19 teams today playing at Alton Hall, fantastic partners of ours. A lot of our sponsors, partners, we just nearly got hit by a ball.
Oh.
A lot of our sponsors, partners play. It's just really good few hours, get to know some of the partners and sponsors, have a laugh and see who's the best golfers.
And it's you that organises this, so why do you feel it's so important to organise an event such as Golf Day?
Well, it's something that we've always done. It's good to see people playing other things other than just rugby and watching rugby, so to get away and do something else. Our commercial team set it up. As I say, it's been running a while, but a lot of work goes in. Tracy and Brianna have done a load, but it's good fun, it's good.
Today is the first junior Rhinos training. It's all of the children members involved. 120 kids out here playing netball and rugby, mixed age. It's absolutely a cracking day. And myself, Petteroo, and then Alex Sutcliffe, and then you've got the side of the netballs. All Leeds netball team are here. Leeds Rhinos women team are here. Leeds Rhinos under-19s. They're all helping out, and it's just been great. I think the kids are really thriving at the minute. I think they're all bubbly, and everyone involved is enjoying themselves. If you want to be involved in events like this, sign up as a junior member, only £10, and visit the website for details.